So we are recording. I want to make sure really. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started because I want to make sure we get through all of this information and talk about all of this. So, team call. We're going to talk a lot about Success Club tonight and the importance of hitting Success Club, how you qualify, why it's important for your business, and so on. So here are a few announcements. I've been talking to a few people about doing a February 29th group, and I think kind of the consensus is we're going to have a group February 29th, one of these weird months where there's 5 Mondays. So we'll do February 29th, and then we'll still have 2 groups in March. We're going to do the 1st and the 3rd Mondays in March. So it ends up being March 7th and March 21st. So I'm going to work on the calendar for March probably next week, and then I'll get that posted in the group. And I know 2 groups back to back is kind of a lot, but I think going 3 weeks without having a challenge group to invite to is worse than having 2 groups back to back. Because even if you have some people that don't sign up until March 1st, then you don't have to feel like you have to stick them in the 29th group a couple days late. Like you can throw them in that 7th group and so on. So if you have questions about that, just post in the group, or we can kind of talk about that at the end as well. New coach call tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So if you have any new coaches, or if you're a newer coach and you want to jump on and hear a little bit of information about getting started right and those kind of things, you can jump on at 8 o'clock. I'll post the link in our team page tomorrow to kind of talk through a few things about getting started right and kind of, again, hitting Success Club and hitting those goals and stuff early on in the year. And the last thing was a couple weeks ago I talked about like posting about cheats. And then when we had our little retreat this weekend, I was talking about that. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden one of them goes, well, you can have a cheat meal during the 21-day fix. I was like, oh, you can? They're like, yeah, Autumn talks about how you can have one scheduled cheat meal during the 21-day fix. I was like, oh. So here I was like, guys, stop posting about your cheats. And then like, I don't think it says it in the book, but like Autumn did a video about it. And I tried to find it today and I couldn't. So if I find it, I'll post it in the group. But she talks about how like having that scheduled cheat is an okay thing and it's good and blah, blah, blah. But the other thing she talks about, how many of you count your almond milk as a yellow container that you use like twice a week? She says that you don't have to. Because see, like I wasn't, but every time I poured my almond milk, I'm like, I know that this is a yellow, but I'm not counting it, even though I knew I was supposed to. Well, she says you don't, because it's like, it's with your Shakeology. And so, you know, if you're drinking like 16 ounces a day, then you need to count it. But like if you're putting 5 to 6, 8 ounces in your Shakeology, she said you don't have to count it. And again, I couldn't find that video today, but I just want to let you guys know, because I had no idea until this weekend we were talking about it. And I was like, that's what I get for being a rule book follower, is I have my 21-day fix thing in my bag. I'm like constantly looking at it and stuff. So
I have the YouTube link, so I can post it if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
She just said something about it has to be the unsweetened kind.
Oh.
And 8 ounces.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't know that. So, but now I do. I'm gonna share the wealth with you. So, all right. Here's a few shout outs for Success Club. Megan 14, and I just ran this afternoon. So if you have more, or you had more since then. So we have a lot of people on the board, a lot that are super close to hitting Success Club 5. So the fact that we're talking about this tonight is great timing, because I think this will hopefully help kind of push you towards that edge to send out more invites and post more and follow up and get those kind of things. But and this quote here, I love this, and I always think about it, and I've really been digging into my personal development lately, and this has just, everything that I've been reading just sticks out to this. It's what you think you become, what you feel you attract, and what you imagine you create. So set a goal for yourself and see yourself doing it. You know, you have 13 days left in February. If you want to hit Success Club 10, imagine yourself doing it, and you will do it. You know, what vibes are you sending on Facebook? That's who you're going to attract. And I just have really been focusing on that the last couple of weeks, and it's starting to show through, and I can feel it, and it's all from that personal development. It's all from you guys. And so I want you to set whatever goals you have for yourself and work on hitting those as well too. Okay, so here we go, diving in, and I need to minimize this so I can. Okay, so Success Club and how you qualify. I know we've talked about this stuff a little bit, but just kind of going over it and talking about it a little bit more so you kind of understand it. Customer over here, in order to qualify for, and what we're talking about is leads, okay? And leads are those people that go to teambeachbody.com and they want a free 30 days of the online programs are on demand. They go and they sign up for a free account and they randomly get assigned to you. They're randomly assigned. There is no specific, or there is an order, but it's just a random order. So like I may get a lead today, and then Megan may get a lead on Wednesday, and Abby gets one Thursday, and then Christy gets one Friday, or whatever. It just has that order that it goes in. And it's not an order by rank or anything like that. They're just kind of randomly assigned. So to get customer leads, which these leads do not, they're usually a paid or a free member, so there's really no PV that you get from this, no volume, but they are just a customer that's assigned to you. So in order to get that, you have to be at a paid Emerald rank, currently on your business fees, so paid to your business fees. You are a on-demand premium club member, so you have the on-demand. And then your biography, your before and after picture, and your profile on your Team Beachbody page is public. And you also are at Success Club 5. So those are the qualifications for customers. I was listening to a call this morning on my way to work, and it was talking about how you take your business fees and your club member that you pay quarterly. She added them all up in the 12 months. It's actually $30 a month what you end up paying for your business fees and your club membership. So remember that when I talk about, kind of when I get towards the end of this slide and kind of talk about that a little bit. So you're paying $30 a month for your business fees and your club membership when you break it down. So like I said, these are the people that either just sign up for a free account or they try out on demand. They're randomly assigned to you. Success Club leads, then you have all the same requirements as you do as a customer, but you have to get Success Club 10. At this point, for that, they usually purchase a product. So they may, usually it's Shakeology, maybe it's a workout program, maybe it's a challenge pack, but again, those are randomly assigned to you. I think, and it depends on how many people are signing up too. You know, if you have a month where there's not a lot of people that are signing up for accounts and buying Shakeology, you may only get 2 or 3 leads. So it all just kind of depends on the month as well. And then Coach Connection is the third one. And in order to get leads through Coach Connection, you have to be at Diamond rank. And within the last 60 days, you have to sign up 1 new personally sponsored coach, or you rank advance. And Coach Connection, like I know Megan asked me about it a few times, and I was just like, oh, I think you have to be a diamond, and I just didn't really look into it. Well, today I did, because I was like, I wonder even what that is. Coach Connection is you would get a coach, a discount coach, somebody who signed up as a coach wanting to coach, but didn't have anybody that they signed up under. Heather told me this weekend she had her first coach come through Coach Connection. She's been coaching for over a year. So, you know, do you get a coach each month through that? No. Again, it's through that randomly assigned order, but that's kind of where you're at for qualification and so on. So the nice thing is, you know, if you are getting your Shakeology, you're paying your business fees, you have your on-demand, you figure out your profile, you set it, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about those qualifications so much anymore. It's really just getting that Success Club and hitting that and making sure that they don't cancel your club membership, because that has happened a few times. It happened once to me, and I think maybe Megan had happened to. So always, as soon as I know my Shakeology goes through, I always check to make sure that I've qualified for everything, especially if I've already hit Success Club 10, because the time that it happened to me, I noticed it like on September 30th, and then they couldn't fix it fast enough, and it wasn't worth the hassle of me trying to get it fixed. So yeah, so that's kind of the qualifications. And so I wanted to show you these numbers right here. These are not mine. These are my success partner, Lisa's. She shared these with her team, and I asked her if I could share them with you guys, just to kind of give you a heads up. So this is her. She works 3 accounts. She works hers, her husband's, and her mom's. So she works from that point. All of these are from, all of these are from leads. So this was 1 week. She did not sell any challenge packs. This was all commissions off of those leads that she had qualified for the month before. Because if you remember, right now, if you qualify in February, they're the leads that you will get in March. So in March, you'll get February, and in April, you have to qualify in March, and so on. So in 1 week, her mom's account was the $80, her husband's was $135, and then the $419 was hers. And again, that was just off of her commissions and everything from her leads through Beachbody. Another thing I wanted to point out too is in the month of January, you guys know it was kind of not a great month for me. And so I got myself to where I wanted to be at, where I was comfortable at in my business, but I didn't have the chance to work my husband's, because usually I get myself to at least Success Club 10, and then I try to focus on his, and this month is different too because it's a cut month, but so I always try to get me first to 10, definitely, and then get him to 10 as well. And so in the month of December, he got to 10. But in January, I didn't get anybody under him. But when I looked, so I didn't even check his commissions at all, because I figured, there's nothing there. I didn't sign anybody up. No way. But I went and checked his account, at the end of January. We made over $200 on his account through the leads program. So, and he was still getting commissions from people that had gotten Shakeology and those kind of things. So even though I wasn't working his account, he was still getting paid for those commissions and for those leads. And the important thing to remember too is Beachbody is giving you these free customers. And so you have the opportunity to reach out to them. And from personal experience, I was really bad at that at first, because the first time I did it, I didn't have a great experience. Nobody responded. I didn't get anything back, and so on. So I waited forever to message. This last month, I've really focused on, each week, sometimes twice a week, I pull their numbers, I text them, I say, and I can share with you what I send them. So I send them a text. Sometimes it's not a right number, or it's a home number, so I get an error message back. Then I email them. And actually, one of my new challengers in the group that started on Monday, she was from a lead, which I've never had happen before. She lives in Canada. I'm like, oh my gosh, please, for the love, will you love this and start coaching? Because that would be totally awesome. So, do that. Put that on your power hour list. Text them once a week. Don't put that aside. Get it done, because, if all of a sudden 3 months later somebody texts you and said, hey, I'm your coach, you signed up with Beachbody. And then they're like, what? That was 3 months ago, So I think the sooner you do it, the more response, at least for me personally, what I've noticed is I've gotten a better response if I text them almost right away within 2 days, because then, it's still fresh on their mind and they're still figuring things out. So I wanted to show you here, there's the checklist that you can find in your back office. So it'll show you here, you can see if you've met them all, you'll be eligible to collect leads and stuff. I guess I forgot to tell you, for the Success Club, you have to have 90 PV, but most of us are getting Shakeology, so that I just don't even think about that, because you usually get Shakeology, so you don't have to worry about that as much. Another thing over here I wanted to show you, So, and here's where I always go to find my leads, right here. So like I have 6 new customers. I'm like, well, okay, I had 3 people sign up, so I must have 3 new leads. So that's where I go to get all of their information, is to look there. And then I can click there, and it's just easier than trying to scroll through all my customers and try to find them that way. Another important thing to remember too with these leads, so let's say you have 3 leads this month that buy Shakeology. And let's say, you know, they buy Shakeology again. Okay, so you are getting like 5 new customers a month. You're getting their commissions. They are continuing to buy product, and you're still getting those commissions. And then the next month you add 5 more. It's this whole compound effect of adding these leads and adding people to your network and opportunities. You know, Beachbody is giving you, if you meet these qualifications, they're giving you these leads. So back to here, when I said, you know, combining these two and you pay $30 a month. Okay, if I'm making $419 a month, or a week, making $420 a week off of those leads, I think that $30 is well spent. You know, and that's the only fees we have. We don't have to pay for anything in the back office. And yes, you buy your Shakeology and you look at it this way, but really when you break down the scheme of things, you know, that $30 is nothing if I'm going to get $420 from them, from leads and so on. Okay. So for me, I was looking for some quote to put on here about being successful, and this stuck out. And I was talking to my husband the other day, and he's like, this is, in this quote, it just stuck out to me. He goes, this is you. He's like, you've never been one to just start something and then just get complacent and just hang out there and, oh, you want to join my challenge group? Okay, awesome. He's like, you either are going to go all in and give it everything that you have, or you're just going to quit. And he's like, there's no in between. There's no halfway for you. And to be honest, that's how you have to be. You can't have one foot in the door and one out and think that you're going to be successful. Like, you have to either have both feet, your hands, your hair, everything in the door, or you can't. I mean, it's hard to be in between. You can't be successful in this business by half-assing it. I mean, if that's the point that you're at, where it's just like yeah, I mean, you just have to choose one or the other, and, you know, and figuring out a way and doing what it takes to be successful. You know, the power hour, you know, the 3 vitals, you know, you need to invite, you know, that you need to post on social media, you need to follow up. If you struggle with procrastinating and not getting your power hour done, there is a book I'll show you when we get done. I just started it today. I read the first 2 chapters, and I'm like automatically inspired to stop procrastinating. And so it has to be that way, and you have to figure out a balance, of course, definitely, but figuring out what it takes to be successful, those 3 vital behaviors. Start thinking about this as a business. You know, yeah, if this is just a hobby for you, like it's just fun to get people in a challenge group and make a little bit of money, then that's great. But for some of you, you know, you want to make this a business, and you have all the tools in front of you and all the time and the resources. And so you kind of have to pick one if you want to be successful. You know, and I posted today in the group, I've got big goals for this group. I really do, because it's just, again, that mindset. I don't know if some of you watched that video on mindset that I posted last week. It just changed my whole thinking, my whole outlook, and just so much of thinking of what you want to happen is going to make it happen. So changing that mindset, be all in or get out, or figure out a way to be all in as best that you can. You know, where are you at that point that you can be there? The last thing I wanted to talk about was just be resourceful. Get hungry. Want to learn. I wanted to show you, this is the top of my one of my windows on my computer. All of those YouTube videos I found today and I want to watch. Now, some of them are like 10 minutes long, but I will go, and this is just how I function. I will go and find videos that I want to watch to motivate me, to learn. Here's stuff about Instagram. I don't know anything about Instagram, but I feel like I need to learn how to work Instagram. Here's a call about that challenge group app tracker or whatever. I need to watch that. I need to get that figured out. So rather than just kind of sitting back and wondering about how to do something, you want to start a like page. Okay, you know what I would say? YouTube the crap out of starting a like page, Google it with Beachbody, and learn all that you can in order to be the most successful that you can. And right now at this point, you have to be willing to do more than you are paid to do. So eventually you'll be paid to do more than you do. And this is honestly how I feel about life and how I feel about things right now is, yes, I'm working my buns off and does my paycheck reflect how much I'm working? No, probably not. Not if I counted really how much I'm working on it and how many videos I'm watching and how much I'm reading. But eventually I will be at that point where I'm paid to do more than I do. And all of you should have that mindset too. Working hard now, paying off the dividends so that eventually someday I can just, no, I was going to make fun of somebody, but I won't. But just having the life that you want and just freedom and those kind of things. So be resourceful. Find things that you can do to make yourself better. So are you struggling with your confidence? Okay, then find a personal development book to read to better your confidence. Are you struggling with time management? Okay, find something to better your time management. This is the book I was talking about, Eat That Frog. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. There we go. Like I said, I'm like 2 chapters in. It's just talking about not procrastinating and how having that 90 to 10%. So 10% you spend on writing your list of things that need to get done, and then you're 90% more productive in getting it done. And you guys know me, I'm a to-do list. I write it down. I showed you my Google Calendar. Find what works for you, but whatever it is that you hate to do the most in this business, do that first. That's the first thing you do. That's one of the best things I've done these last couple weeks. I get up, I work out, I post my sweaty selfie. I don't always post in the group right away, but I'm posting it somewhere on social media. And then I get ready, and then I come back to my computer, and I send out my invites, and I do my follow-ups at 6:45 in the morning. I would do it at 5:45, but I feel like people would think I was insane if I was sending them a message at 5:45 in the morning. So I do it at 6:45 because I'm like, that's a little less crazy. But here's the thing. I've gotten more traction because some people, they wake up and they see the notification, and they look at it right away. I've had more and better response doing it that way. Another thing I've changed, and I can tell that I'm getting less sleep, but my it's in my thing. My power hour list, my checklist, I do not let myself go to bed until it's done. So last night I was up until like almost 10:45 because it wasn't done. And I was not going to let myself go to bed until it was done. Last night was an exception. I had other stuff going on. But most nights I'm done by 9 o'clock because I'm being more productive in that 7:30 to 9 o'clock range. Whereas before I was just randomly scrolling through Facebook or, oh, I should read, but, I got distracted. So now that I've set those limits to myself saying you can't go to bed until you do this. And you guys know me, I like to sleep. So I will do anything I can to get to bed at 9 or 9:30 when I want to. So again, I encourage you to dig into that personal development, finish You Are a Badass, buy another book, read another book, figure out if you want to know more about social media, there are books out there for social media. Another one that I bought that Lisa and I are reading right now, I just started this too, The Magic of Thinking Big. So we're starting that book together. We're going to do that. I know some of you have I Am That Girl. Just find something 10 minutes a day just to kind of build that confidence and build your just how you feel about yourself in this business and so on. So that was all I had. I talked really fast. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer than that. But do you guys have any questions or anything? I went through and I wrote down I have to read 8 pages a day in order to finish this by the end of the month. because I'm like, I will finish this by the end of the month. And I actually did buy a couple audio CDs so I could listen when I'm driving and stuff. So I've been trying to do more of that and less listening to the radio and those kind of things. So awesome. All right. Well, if there's no questions, I'll let you guys go. I know Heather's doing a power hour right now at 9 o'clock, so if you guys want to jump on there, I don't know. If you need the link, let me know. I think they're just going to be sending out invites and challenge and follow-ups and those kind of things. Well, I guess one thing, we're going to do another live coaching sneak peek next week, but we're going to do it on our own. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow on kind of the layout of the event, and then we'll kind of divide up the posts and go from there and figure out who's going to talk about what. And then that way tomorrow we'll get it done, so then you can go back to the last group, and if you want to watch the video of the person who talks about your topic, then you can kind of get an idea, just some good things to point out, but make it yourself too. Don't feel like you have to take theirs and totally copy it, but definitely try and get, you know, sort of an idea, and we'll add in those ones that we talked about earlier, Megan and stuff. We'll add those in there as well too. So yeah. So.
Hey ladies, it's Julie just saying hi. Sorry I couldn't get on earlier.
Nope, you're good. Is that your phone? Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on Jarrett's phone because I'm driving, so I was giving him numbers to type in as I'm driving.
I was like, that's not your number.
No, it's Jarrett's, so.
That's right. So, awesome.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, if there's no questions.
So we hit our goal? Did we hit our goal for the?
I did not check again, but I don't think so.
Okay.
But we're close. Well, it depends. If yours is official.
It is official. Yep. And yep, I got from her and she just finished it.
It's official. All right, then yes, we did. Awesome.
Yep. So.
Yay! If you were on right now, you'd do your happy dance, right? Like Megan did 2 weeks ago.
I would be doing a happy dance. I've been trying to keep it in as I'm at my deal with my sister-in-law, and I'm typing on my phone trying to confirm things here. So
awesome. Very cool.
So
then yes, we did. So
good
awesome.
deal.
Awesome.
All right.
I know Julie's gonna be gone, but on the 27th, we are gonna do. Abby's gonna be home or back up in Northwest Iowa from Kansas City. So her and I are gonna get together for lunch. I think lunch, right, Abby? But if you guys are able to come, you are more than welcome to, because Abby is dying to meet you all in person. So if you guys are able to, just let me know. It depends. Like if Aaron can come, then we can probably meet in Spencer again. But otherwise, Abby will kind of be coming to Orange City, so we can meet any of the towns in between too. So if you guys are able to, let us know. Otherwise, either way, it's not a big deal. So all right. Well, thanks for jumping on. If you have questions, let me know. I'm gonna